In this video, we are going to learn the concept of bad debts and bad debts recovered. What general entry we will pass when at the time of bad debts and bad debts recovered. So first of all, we will talk about the bad debts. What do you mean by the term bad debts? As you know that in every business, sale or purchase may be through cash or credit. We can purchase material through cash or credit. On the same way, we can sell material on cash or credit. In both the situation, at the time of purchase or sell, we can use cash or either credit. The same way, at the time of purchase of raw material or any finished product for reselling, we can purchase through cash or on credit. Here the term bad debts explains that whenever you have sold goods on credit, suppose you have sold goods on credit, whenever you have sold goods on credit and your debtor is not able to pay your dues amount, this amount is known as bad debts. It means in simple word we can say that irrecoverable amount from the debtors is known as bad debts. Now what journal entry will be passed? Here is example that amount due from Gaurav rupees 5000 is irrecoverable as he has become insolvent. It means this 5000 rupees we cannot receive from Gaurav, and this 5000 rupees becomes bad debts. Now what will be the journal entry for the bad debts? As we know that according to the modern approach or traditional approach, expenses or losses, whatever the expenses and losses, all these will be debit. Incomes and gains, all these will be credit. So here is bad debt. Bad debt in the sense, for our enterprise, for our organization, we are getting loss of rupees 5000 or any other amount. So this will be known as bad debts. So what entry we will pass for the bad debts amount? The journal entry we will use at the time of bad debts will be bad debts account debit, bad debts account debit to debtors account, bad debts account debit to debtors account, because from debtor you will not be able to collect the amount. It means your asset will be decreased, so debtors account will be credit. Now come to the another situation where it will be happen that few of the part of the dues amount you will recover and few of the part of dues amount you will not be able to recover. At that time, what journal entry you will pass? In second transaction, see here, Gaurav, from whom the amount was due of rupees 5000, became insolvent and only 60 paisa in a rupee is recovered from his estate. 60 paisa in a rupee, it means you are recovering 60% of the dues amount and remaining 40% of the dues amount will be bad debts. So in this situation, what journal entry we will pass? See here, in this situation we will pass whatever the amount you will receive this amount in cash or bank. So if you are receiving this amount, then your cash balance will be increased. So first of all we will write here cash account debit, then few of the part of your amount will become also bad debts. Then the another entry we will pass here bad debts account debit to from whom your debtors to debtors account. This entry we will use when the partial amount we will receive and the partial amount will become bad debts. Now come to the another case where you have written any amount as a bad debts, but after a certain period of time your debtor comes and told you this is your amount, you just collect this amount. Then what will be the entry you will pass? Because in previous book you have already shown that amount as a bad debts. Now he is giving you this amount. Then in this situation what journal entry you will pass? Just for example, here a sum of rupees 2000 earlier written as bad debts is now recovered. Then what entry you will pass? Here the entry will be passed because you are receiving cash, this amount you are receiving, so cash account will be debit. 2. Earlier you have written this amount as a bad debt. Now here you will pass the entry bad debts recovered account. Bad debts recovered account. This entry you will pass. So this is the concept of bad debts.